Hey everyone, it's Richard from EchoByte.com here with Dominic behind the camera today. And today, we're going to do a statue unboxing and review of Sideshow Collectibles Wonder Woman Premium Format Exclusive. As you can see, the box it comes in is very nice. It's minimalistic in design. Features the Wonder Woman logo and the typical red, white, and blue colors. So, as you can see, this is pretty much everything that comes with it. You have all the accessories in the box, and just to give you an idea of the statue, I have the body and the base set up here, so we'll take a closer look. This is basically everything that comes with Wonder Woman. All the accessories are still in the styrofoam. I've already opened them up and checked them all out, but just to save some time I've unwrapped them. So we have the axe, her hair, base sword, the helmet that goes on the base, her shield, and her spear here. It's actually pretty easy to put together. There's not many magnets or anything. So usually what I'd do, I'd start with the base. So the sword here has a little pin. I don't know if you can see that. But there's grooves within the base. And you can just slide it in. So there's a little pinhole in there, you just line it up and it just sits in there nicely. Same with the helmet. 2 grooves for it to lie in there. So you just match it up on the base and slide it in there, and it just kind of sits there. Not much really to it. Next up, it depends if you got the exclusive or not. You can attach either the shield or the axe hand. So since I got the exclusive, this is the exclusive axe. We'll go into a closer look in more detail during the review, but for now I just want to show you how to put everything together. So once again, I don't think there's any magnets in this. It's pretty much all peg. So you just kind of find it, line it up, and it's kind of actually hard to slide in, I found, with Wonder Woman. It's pretty firm, so you gotta just push it in. Even though it feels like you're kind of breaking it, just push it in there and it'll sit and hold itself. It's basically the same with the spear. You don't want to put the hair on yet. You want to take the spear hand, which is super fragile, so I'm glad nothing came broken from me. What you do, just take it, once again, peg in the slot, line it all up, and it is quite firm and small to get in, so you gotta be very careful. But if you get it right, it should basically rest on her shoulders, and you can just sort of push it in there, and it should be touching her neck, as you can see. Okay. So that's pretty easy so far. And basically after that, you can just slide in the hair, which is also very fragile, so I gotta take my time with this one. Lots of little loose ends, lots of little parts that can be damaged, so take your time with this one. And once again, it's just a peg that goes right into the top of the head. So you just sit it down slowly, and turn it to me so I can see what's going on. And you kind of just push it in. It does take a little bit of force, so don't be afraid to push a little bit, but like I said, be very careful. And that's pretty much Wonder Woman all assembled. There's not much to it. With the shield, it is an extra accessory. It comes with the regular. If you have the exclusive, you can put the battle axe, or you can use the shield hand. But a nice little thing that I like to do, just kind of sit it in there, and it kind of goes nicely with the display if you want to do it like that. So that's basically all there is to Wonder Woman. That's all the accessories, all the assembly put together. Pretty standard for a Sideshow piece. So now we'll take a closer look at the statue in more detail, and we'll look over the character design, the overall sculpt, production, just in general everything. So, alright, so this is basically Wonder Woman. If you zoom in on the face, we actually got a pretty good production quality statue. The eyes are nice and straight. The lips are actually glossed, so that's quite nice. And the hair, you take a look, is really well sculpted. It actually has like a matte finish on it, so it changes up the tone from the rest of the paint on the statue, so it's actually quite nice. Very fragile though, so be careful when you're handling it. If we just move down to the armor section, it's pretty classic Wonder Woman. It's very reminiscent of almost all of her incarnations, with the eagle symbol, stars on the bottoms, and the Wonder Woman W sort of belt area almost here. Now, usually with premium formats, they have a mixed media element. With Wonder Woman, this is the only mixed media element, is the rope. I'm not sure what it's made out of, but it's flexible, so it's almost like a plasticky material. So that's all quite nice. One of the areas that I was kind of disappointed with is the bottoms region. Probably from this area you can see it easier. It's not really much depth, it's basically just painted on. So I wish they did add a little bit of sculpt to that. I think it would have been a lot nicer if they just yeah, added a bit more depth to that area. But if you pan down a little bit more, you can end up seeing her boots. They're actually pretty nicely painted. They're all scuffed up from battle and walking around. So she was just maybe in the middle of a fight. She's just standing in victorious over the rubble of the war or the battle. And she's got a lot of dirt around her boots, which is very cool, very cool. And this is the exclusive X, if you can zoom in on that. It's actually detailed pretty nicely. They have some etching and scratch marks in the paint job there. Looks like it has the Wonder Woman symbol on it, similar to her armor. And even with the gauntlets, there's a lot of little details. The star is nicely sculpted there. It's really nicely painted. There's not much I can really complain about with that. So overall, even her skin tone is quite nice. Looks like there's some reds in there for warmth and for nice shadowing effects throughout the statue. So that's pretty cool. And before we forget, could we just come up to the spear quickly? And this is actually very fragile. The war rag or the cloth that's kind of dangling off the spear, that's very cool. And all of this is pretty fragile too, so when you're putting it together, just be very careful. But even the woodwork and the paint job, her hand is a little bit messy here. You can see that. The paint's a little bit weak on there, but overall it's not too bad. And even the little detail, intricate detail on the spear at the end there, that's a nice little touch. If we go down to the base, there's actually a lot to like about this base. I like this a lot. It's very lightweight. The whole statue is pretty light. I think the base is hollow. So if you're a fan of heavy statues, this might not be for you, but to me it's never really been a problem. And the intricacy, whether it's in the pattern or the columning or just the rubble, you can feel each little pebble or rock or whatever's there. It's actually quite nice. It looks really good up close. And even the detailing on the sword, it's pretty straight silver, not much shadowing or rubble effect on that. And even with the helmet, yeah, it's not too bad. It's a little bit of a shadowing effect along there. It's all pretty straightforward. Looks good. I like it. It adds a lot to the statue. I like that a lot. Overall though, it's definitely embracing the warrior side of Wonder Woman. She's not just the pretty girl in this one. She's definitely the Amazon warrior that she's famous for being. So I think it's a good representation of the character. I like it a lot. It's probably exactly what I want my Wonder Woman statue in my collection to be. But I can understand if it's not for everybody. There's not much to complain about, though. A lot of people have had production and quality control problems, so some of the hair might break. It's very fragile, so I can see that happening. Some of the paint work, even along my boots, it's been a little bit weak. If you can zoom in here, there's a bit of an overlay between skin tone and paint work, and down here too. There's a little bit of roughness in the paint job around there, but it's not really going to affect my viewing of the statue, especially if it's just straightforward, so that's fine with me. Overall, yeah, I'm very impressed, so if you want a Wonder Woman, I would definitely check it out. Okay, so here's Wonder Woman to round out the DC Trinity. If you've been following Sideshow, you know that they've already come out with their Superman Premium format and their Batman Premium format. So here they are all together. Wonder Woman is, with her spear, is about as wide as Batman when you take into account his cape. She's pretty much just as tall as the others. She's a little bit shorter overall, but and her base is definitely thicker, but she fits in really well, and I think they look great together. And just before I forget, I just want to highlight the shield, since I did miss that last time. And the paint on the shield on mine at least came very nicely. The stars are perfect. it's definitely iconic Wonder Woman. And as I said before, even they attach my pin, and even if you look here, even the straps of the hand is holding is quite detailed, so that's nice. It's a nice touch. And you just slide it in there if you want to display it with both the axe, if you have the exclusive version and the shield. And also, just before I forget, the bottom of the base with Sideshow statues actually have rubber stands or padding at the bottom of it to sort of prop it up at the bottom of the base. But Wonder Woman was a bit different in the sense that it actually came with felt, so it's easier to slide around and move if you want to display it like that. So yeah, overall it's a great statue. I mean, you can see how it looks with Batman, Superman in between them, and they look ready to fight. So yeah, it's great. Alright everyone, thanks for watching. That was my review of the Wonder Woman premium format from Sideshow. Keep an eye out on echobyte.com for the full written review, and I'll post all the photos that I take over there also. Please like and subscribe. Check out echobyte.com, follow us on Twitter at echobytemedia, and check us out on Facebook. Yeah, thanks.